So Ludwig P-85 switch is stuck. I love Ludwig snare drums, but their snare strainer switch is the worst. This has been an issue for decades, but they never fixed it. It gets stuck, and sometimes by wiggling sideways you can get it up, but often not. And you have to pull up this adjustable knob in order to make the switch work. Taking snare off is not an issue, but putting back is an issue. I could just spray WD-40 from the side, but I wanted to take it off to see what's really going on inside. So when the switch is off, it will drop this snare strainer and thus takes off the snare from the drum, and I can't put it back. This is supposed to happen by moving this lever only. Also, I just found that this part is bent, further complicating things. This happens because I put the snare drum in the soft case or gig bag and put that vertically in the back of the car, and the switch side happens to be on the bottom. I try not to do that, but happens sometimes, and the whole switch gets pushed, so this part that is attached to the snare drum, this is very, very soft metal, get pushed and this part get bent. So first thing first, I will fix this bend. As you can see, there is no plastic washer or anything between this part and this part. It's just pinching this sheet metal here. One of the YouTube guys said that this part, I don't know if you can see this round part, round becomes straight, that angle, that will catch this thing. So he was fighting the sharp edge, but mine doesn't even go down that far anyway, so it's just these two parts pinching this bracket. And that's why it was sometimes working by jiggling sideways. And this part too, there is no plastic washer in between, so this metal and this metal are touching each other. They probably put a very tiny amount of grease when they made it, but it will dry up, and I can't even take it off because it's kind of a snapped in. It's kind of like a rivet than a screw. I can take this thing off, but I don't have appropriate thin plastic washer to put in between, which would make it smoother, but I can't do anything about this one anyway. But when this metal's angle is right, it moves smoothly, unless I go very out in the switch, which you kind of have to do when you take the snare off for Latin stuff or when you're not playing and maybe there's a bass or maybe piano solo in the intro with a low note and the snare will buzz, so I have to take it off completely. So it's a simple design flow. When you take the switch off, obviously this thing will move, and as you put the lever back on, this thing will push the snare strainer up. So it works, right? But when you take the switch completely off, look at this angle. It's smaller than 90 degrees. So when you push from this position, this thing is supposed to go this way, but because it's smaller than 90 degrees, it's actually bent, it tries to go this way. That's why it gets stuck. It's a simple design flaw, and they never ever fixed it. So there is no quick fix for that. I have to completely take the snare off. Sometimes depends on the snare tension. Since I like very tight snare tension for the funk and the fusion stuff, I have to really tighten up the snare. So when I take off snare, I have to go completely off, or it will still be buzzing. And there is no enough metal real estate to put any kind of screw or pin or whatever to stop this from completely going off. So I just lubricate it and hope for the best. It's much smoother. When it's installed on the drum, the gravity seems to take care of that less than 90 degree angle issue.